What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Joy's House video. So this one is going to be not really a vlog style. It's kind of going to be like a chatty sit down, I guess you could say, or a chatty car vlog, I guess you could say. I'm currently en route to picking up my daughter from school, and it's kind of something I wanted to talk about. I made a video on my TikTok this morning, and I kind of just wanted to expound upon that a little bit. And it was about so the topic was me finally stepping into my purpose, my God-given purpose when it comes to content creation, and how I'm finally realizing my full potential, as a content creator, and how I finally stopped trying to force myself into a box of like what other people wanted me to do, like as far as family and friends, and trying to fit myself into a box that I did not want to be in, but that society told me I should be in when it comes to working a traditional job, working the 9-to-5, the corporate life, but it not being a fit for me. And how I finally, stopped people pleasing and doing things that other people said I should do, and finally stepping into what I truly desired and what was good for me and what I wanted out of my life. And honestly, it took years to get to that place because, like I said, I was a people pleaser. Well, I kind of still am. I'm a recovering people pleaser, I will say that. I'm not fully out of my people pleasing mode, I should say, but I'm working on not being such a people pleaser and working on getting out of that and stepping into my full potential when it comes to career, work, and all the things. And I am finally realizing how fulfilled you can be when you stop pleasing others and you doing something that brings you joy, brings you happiness, brings you peace, and you're no longer shoving down the things that you want to do and allowing it to come to realization. And it's a really great place to be. I have been having so much fun over the last, let's see, this is almost November, so let's see, probably around April. So April, May, June, July, August, September. We'll just say 6 or 7 months. The last 6 or 7 months have been a time of I've been having fun. I've been receiving opportunities that I only dreamed of. I see doors are starting to open up for me when it comes to, content creation. I have grown my platform from literally 200 followers when I started to almost 6,000 followers. And I've never had a platform that large ever on any other social media in my life. I've never had a following that large. And to some people that may not be large, which I can understand. I still have a small following in the grand scheme of things. It's not a very large following, but in my eyes, I've only had private accounts and I've only had really small following in my social media journey, I guess I would say. So on my Instagram, I probably only had 400 followers. When I had Facebook, I probably had 30 followers on Facebook, whatever you call it, friends. I've never had a platform over 500, I would say. So for me, 6K is a lot. And it has been interesting, having an audience that is public, because like I said, most of my accounts were private. And so this is a learning curve, but it's fun because this is what I dreamed of in years to come. I really started trying to get into content when I first had my daughter back in 2018, but it did not pan out, in the way that I hoped it would. And I kind of put it to the back burner a little bit and kind of went back into my my remote work and the work that I was in previously, which was healthcare. And I got other jobs, and I kind of let the content go a little bit because I didn't really have the discipline and the knowledge to really keep up with it in the way that I do right now. And so I let that go. Although I still had the desire, I just didn't have the tools to really bring it to fruition. And so I really picked it all back up once I decided that, the career path that I thought I was going to go into, or the career path that other people were telling me to go into, it wasn't turning out the way that it was supposed to turn out. I wasn't getting jobs. I got laid off in January, and it just wasn't going how it was supposed to go. And so I took that as a sign that, like, this is probably not my journey. And coupled with the fact that I didn't even want to work a regular job in the first place, I was just doing it because I needed money, and I was doing it because that's what other people said I needed to do, because you have to have a job to earn a living, obviously. So I was just doing it because it's what people say you're supposed to do. But I never wanted to work a regular job. I never wanted to have a 9-to-5. I never wanted to be like stuck in a box. I've always wanted to go like the non-traditional route. And so when I got laid off in January, I took that as a sign that, like, okay, I can actually put more time into this. Let me actually do the proper research to really learn how to do well with social media. Let me put in more time and figuring all this out. Like, what is search engine optimization? How do I use proper hashtags and keywords to get my content seen by other people? Learning how to market, learning about brands, learning about, what does good quality content look, learning all the things to really take it serious so that I can treat that as the job that I want it to be. And so that's what I started doing in around March, April of this year. And that's when I picked my TikTok account back up and really took it seriously and really went head on and really gave it the effort that I needed to give it. And that's when my following started to grow. I think around August or July, I think I had around maybe 2,000 followers. And since then, it's just been growing and increasing. My platform has been increasing, and it's been fun. I've been learning so much in the social media space, and I'm also a part of the TikTok affiliate program. So I've been learning how to, learning about conversion and making sales and working with sellers and brands and all the things. And it's been really, really an interesting journey, a really fun journey, and I'm learning so much more in this year than I ever thought I was going to learn. And so I just want to encourage someone who may be interested or desiring the content space or desiring to start maybe a public social media profile or getting into content creation, that you have to really be sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that was definitely my mindset this year. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was tired of being forced into a box that I didn't want to be in. I was tired of working for people who just saw me as a number and didn't care about my mental health, my personal life. Literally didn't care if I had time to even pick up my daughter from school. Like having to be stuck at a computer screen for 8-9 hours a day and not being able to get up to even have a 30-minute lunch. Like, I was tired of that lifestyle, and I was over that type of work environment. It was a very toxic, very limiting work environment, and I was tired of that life. And I refused to be stuck into that life for the rest of my life. Well, until retirement. I refused to be stuck in that type of work life for the next, whatever, 30, 40 years or however long. I refused to live like that. And I've always had a desire to be more creative, in the more creative space, and to have a more non-traditional work life. There's other ways to make an income. You know, a lot of people speak from a place of fear when they say that you have to have a job, you have to work a 9 to 5. But in all reality, this is 2025. There's so many ways to earn an income. And there's so many ways and creative outlets that you can get into. And you don't have to be stuck doing something that you hate just as a means to make a living. You don't have to be stuck doing something that you're miserable with just because you have to make money. There's so many other ways and avenues to work nowadays. And a lot of people tell you that that's not a reality, that you can't do it, but they're really speaking out of a place of fear, because either they're afraid to do it themselves, or they don't believe that they have what it takes to pursue that. And so they're basically placing their fear onto you and making it seem like it's not possible for you. Because I don't really have a lot of family members or a lot of people I know personally who are into content creation. Obviously, there's so many people who are doing it, but there's no one in my personal space that really is into content creation. And so I know that people in my life would be speaking out of a place of fear, and they just don't understand, which is fair for them to not understand. That's fair, but we just have to stop being so limiting when it comes to making money and earning a living. That was kind of a long rant, but basically you have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. If this is something that you desire and you don't want to be stuck inside of the box that I was stuck in, you have to make the decision that this is what I want to do, this is what you want to do, and I'm not going to let anyone stop me from achieving my dreams and doing something that I'm going to wake up every single day and love what I do every single day. If that's what you desire, you have to make it happen, and you have to stop letting people keep you from what you really want to do and what you're desiring to do. Because it's possible. We're seeing it every single day. We know it's possible. You just have to stop letting people talk you out of what you really want to do. And I had to tell myself that, and here we are today, and I am loving everything that I do. I'm having so much fun. I'm learning more every single day about media, about marketing, about brands, and I'm having so much fun, and I'm loving the journey and the growth that I've made, and the process is so much fun. And I just encourage other people out there, especially moms like myself, especially moms who just want a better life for their family and their children. Stop letting your fear hold you back from what you desire so badly. I let fear hold me back so much. So I can't even explain to you how much fear has controlled my life. I can't even explain to you. But it had such a grip on me, and I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of not living out my full potential and achieving the things that I really wanted to achieve. And so that's the place you have to get to that place, because otherwise you're just going to keep on letting excuses stop you from getting what it is that you want. And here we are. I'm like 6-7 months into taking content very seriously, and like I said, I'm almost at 6,000 followers on TikTok. I started taking my Instagram my YouTube seriously again, and so I'm trying to be more consistent on those platforms as well. I'm trying to get back into vlogging. I initially started vlogging on my YouTube, but that was in the beginning. I didn't really know much about what I wanted my channel to be about, and so I started out vlogging, but I wasn't really consistent with it. So I want to get back into the vlogging space on my YouTube. I just basically want to make more content that is encouraging and motivating to women, especially moms who want to pursue this. And I want to make content that is educational about how to get brand deals, how to get campaigns, how to make money online, what are the other ways that you can earn as a content creator. I want to make content like that is uplifting, educational, and inspiring. So that's the kind of content that I intend on making. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, my handle is @joyinthehouse, and it's 3 underscores. So @joyinthehouse with 3 underscores. I make a lot of content like around TikTok shop and how to grow on TikTok. And I also just started back a Instagram page as well. So my Instagram is @joyshouse with 3 E's. And so if you want to follow me over there, I post like skincare, beauty hauls, and just reels about, things that I like, things that I have bought, and yeah, just, fashion beauty hauls. So I'm gonna make more videos like this that is encouraging and motivating. So be sure to subscribe if this is something that you're interested in, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video that I make.